What the heck and frick is up, gamers? Emphasis on the gay. Welcome to Articulate, the podcast where I'm anything but. I'm currently recording this at like 1:46 a.m. in the morning on Saturday, which is really quite unfortunate, especially considering episodes of this podcast go up on Friday afternoon. Which it's not Friday anymore. Certainly not the afternoon either. So I meant to record this like several days ago, but then stuff kept coming up. I guess it was 2 days ago, and then something came up, one thing. And then the next day, yesterday, which would have been, technically it would have been Friday, but on Thursday I was like, I must record this thing. And then no, I guess it would have been Friday morning, actually. I was like, I need to somehow record a whole thing and then edit the whole thing and then export it and upload it, which would have taken a long time. It would have gone up like Friday night or something, but then I fell asleep. So here we are, Saturday morning, technically, kind of. But yeah, the first thing on my notes that I wrote when I was first gonna upload it, no, when I was first gonna film this little thing, the first thing on my notes, hang on, let me just stretch this so I can actually see through it. This is kind of scary because I can't even see at all. I can't feel anything. It is hot, dude. It is warming up fast in this thing. It says, it's kind of fascinating how whenever the sun is featured in my videos, I'm usually not doing mentally well at all. As you can see, the sun is not here in this window. It's not coming through this little window over there, giving me any sort of light. And I'm still not doing mentally well. I don't know. I'm actually doing not too bad. I feel like this mask isn't on all the way, but I'm just gonna have to cross my fingers, hope it is. There might be a little teeny tiny sensor bar somewhere around here. Hopefully not though, because that's more editing that I have to do that I do not want to do. I'm hearing so many noises above me. Like, bro, I thought you people went to sleep, okay? Let me record my stuff in peace. But also, I heard someone right above me. They were like yelling. We just got this tiny little dog. It's like this big. Very strange, annoying little creature. That's what I would call it. It's literally like this big. It's teeny tiny. This little gremlin of a dog. Yeah, someone was in the room above me yelling at her. And I was like, dude, yes. I can barely even hear them and they're yelling. That gives me so much peace and hope in my heart that no one has ever heard me record any stupid little gaming thing or do this podcast. Literally, I'm trying to remember what's in my notes because I don't want to have to do this. Guess I could just edit it out though. Oh, I was gonna do a different angle. And then I was like, it's summertime, I'm wearing shorts. I'm not about to do a whole new angle for Saturday when this was supposed to go up yesterday because I'm wearing shorts. That was the thing I forgot to say just then. So yeah, different angle, not happening. I was gonna say anytime soon, but it will be happening. So I always meant to do different angles. I was like, hey, if this isn't an official podcast, might as well mess around, do some fun little angles. And then I kind of stopped. I realized that was a little bit hard to do. It's not hard to do, but you can kind of see it in the beginning. There was that one video where it's like two other things in the title, and then it's like "and coming out?" question mark 6 times or something. And I am laying like here on the floor and the camera's over there. That was cool. I have sat here on my bed. I do the pod here quite a lot. This is a good angle. I don't think I've done any other angles. I could very easily do some other angles. Something that does still apply here on these notes, I literally just listened to Hell Hill by Alita, which actually came out a while ago. And because I had this song recommended me to, hang on, let me enunciate real quick. I had this song recommended to me on YouTube randomly one day. It's called Masturbating in a Coffin. I was like, hey, yo, that title? Pretty girl on the cover? I'm sorry. That's just kind of how my brain works. I'm like, pretty girl. Let me see what this is all about, you know? And it's a banger of a song, dude. Like, that song is so freaking good. I don't know why I didn't subscribe to Alita and I'm like, hey, this is my new favorite band or whatever. Although I think I did follow them on Instagram. I don't remember. That was a banger of a song. It came on like a week or so ago. I guess if it's Saturday, it was just earlier this week. Like, low-key a few days ago. Yeah, that song came on and I was like, hey, I wonder if Alita has put out some new music. And they released a whole freaking album called Hell Hail. I listened to it. Literally the second song that came up, which was the first new song because it starts with Masturbating in a Coffin and then goes to Unidentified Emotion. And that song is so freaking cool, dude. That song came on and I was like, this is gonna be my new favorite album. I swear. It's gonna be so freaking sick, dude. And it's such a good album. I used to think I wasn't really an album person, but now I'm becoming an album person very quickly. And every single new album that I listen to is my new favorite album. So that's cool and interesting. But this album is really good. How many times can I say album before it stops becoming a word? Every new song that played, I was like, this is gonna be a banger, dude. Because it either started with like a really good bass line or the drums, or the like weird textures. The way all the instruments sound, it's super cool. It's like psychological horror-esque. It kind of reminds me, the very last song, the title track, this is super like textural, weird song, if you could even call it that. It's almost like 10 minutes long. and it's just sort of sounds. There's a song in there a little bit at one point. Reminds me of the movie Mad God, kinda. A little bit. It's like horror-esque, the whole album. Kinda body horror, maybe? But like psychological body horror. You know what I mean? Because I think when you say psychological horror, you kind of think something else, but it's like body horror of the mind. Like the movie Mad God, which is that stop motion movie. Took them 30 years to make that shit, dude. Like, oh my god. The visuals in that movie are really, really cool, but like, I don't think I would ever dedicate 30 years of my life to something? To one project? That's like most of your life, honestly, which is kind of depressing, but it is a lot of your life, you know? Because whenever people turn 30, they're like, oh no, my bones hurt, I'm dying. And then it's just downhill from there. And it's not like they started working on it right when they came out the womb. So like, they probably did spend a good chunk of the rest of their life on it, like literally the rest of their life. Or maybe not, I actually haven't done that much research into who made that movie. I did just watch it. Why am I over here? Oh my god, the microphone is pointing this way. It's recording, I'm trying to not do gestures here, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm analog censoring myself, bro, with a piece of cloth. But it's recording this way. I should be over here. So it like picks up or wait, maybe? I don't know. Hang on. I don't know. This is fine. I was a little bit too far to the right, but this should be fine. What the hell am I even supposed to be talking about? Yeah, I low-key became an album person. Honestly, maybe I haven't even been listening to music for that long, which is depressing. I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really listen to music. It took me a long time to get into music for some reason. And then when I got into music, I'm like, let's freaking go. Obviously, this is the greatest thing in my entire life, because how could you not? Music is like a key part of existence. One time I met someone who was like, I don't really listen to music, and they were like serious. You know, like I believed them, and I'm like, what? What kind of existence is that even, bro? Like, how do you live with yourself? So yeah, I got into music, and then for some reason, I've just been listening to singles, maybe. I think the big thing is I've listened to albums, and then be like, oh, these few songs are good, I'm gonna add these to my playlist. But now, I'm such a like chaotic and peculiar being that, honestly, I'll find a way to like anything. At all. In any aspect of my life, I'll sit through someone talking about something they're interested in, and it's like cars or something. I don't know a damn thing about cars, but it's interesting to me. It happens with anything. Someone could be talking to me about like physics. That sounded weird, the way I said that word, but I meant to be like physics question mark? Because I literally, the other day I saw this Instagram post. What the hell am I saying? I saw a reel, I guess, is what it would be called. Not me proving that I'm not hip with the kids. Calling it an Instagram post. Like, what the hell? Roast Reddit from 2003. What the hell am I talking about? I'm standing in a very strange way. It's kind of hurting my ankles. Is this good? Is the mic picking me up? I'm just gonna have to hope that it is. This Instagram post is pretty lady. Proving the thing that I said earlier. I watched the thing because I saw a pretty lady. She was talking about like physics or something. And I was like, hey, yo, this makes her 10 times hotter. She was doing like math that I can't even fathom. I can't understand that shit. I dropped out of high school, okay? Doing that weird thing with the thing, putting a bunch of numbers on it over other numbers and symbols. She did this weird thing. I was like, bro, what? This can't be real math. That she just drew a straight up fucking rune or something. That's how I would explain that shit. It was like a circle with a line through the center. And I was like, this is crazy, dude. She was talking about interstellar time dilation, maybe? I don't know if that's what she was talking about. And then there was another one where she was talking about something else. So that was sick nasty. Why am I talking about this? Right. Because am I actually good at commentating? I just remembered what I was talking about and I'm about to go back to it. That's like revolutionary for me. So yeah, I can in fact enjoy anything and everything. So I've just started listening to albums and then adding the whole album to my playlist. And I'm like, if I actually don't like a song, I'll take it off later. And that hasn't really happened at all. So I've been listening to some crazy albums. It started with, I think the thing that really, I'm gonna say broke the seal. I guess that works. It broke this sort of habit that I've been in of not doing that. Was Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. And also For Crying Out Loud by Phineas. Because Hit Me Hard and Soft is in fact the greatest album of all time ever made. It's pretty legendary. I think I've maybe said before that Billie Eilish has like ascended music. There's like Billie Eilish music that I listen to, and then there's the rest of music, you know? There's like all her stuff is just automatically better than anything else, which was weird because the next album that I listened to, it's my favorite. It's literally my favorite album, even though Hit Me Hard and Soft is the greatest. Now those are two different distinctions that I have to make. It was I Got Heaven by Mannequin Pussy, which I've maybe talked about on here before, I don't know. And then King Mala, that one I definitely talked about. And You Who Drown in the Grief of a Golden Thing, which took me a while to memorize, but now I probably won't forget it. And there was Ear Candy by Miso Extra. That's a banger of an album. So good. What the hell am I even? I'm just naming different albums that I've listened to. What was I even talking about? See, maybe I am not good at this because I did remember what I was talking about and I came back to it, but I don't remember what that was supposed to be referencing or what point that was supposed to be contributing to. Maybe I take the mask off? I was gonna take it off for the last little bit of this so I could draw something real quick. Hang on, how long have I been going for? I can't see. Hey, yo, what is that number? Is that 18? Ain't no way I've been going for 18 minutes. Also, the cool air on my freaking face? Oh my god. Let me take off this whole thing. Hopefully it didn't mess up my hair. Going based on the shadow, it looks decent, maybe. I really want to take this off as well. This is really hot. Maybe it's in my notes of what I'm supposed to be saying. No, it just says, I listen to Hell Hill by Alita, and that's it. Yeah, I did listen to that album. It's very cool. There's a music video on there that's it's in that like PS1, PSX style. Is that what that is? I think PSX means PS1 and PS2 maybe, or PlayStation, whatever. Because X usually means something. It's in that style where everyone has 3 fingers. They're like this. This is their 3 fingers they got. They got these 2 fingers and then this big ass finger. It's a texture, but it still moves as 1 finger. So it kind of looks like they have 5 fingers. It's in that style. It's super cool. Very cool music video. I think I was going to say, let me go back. All these songs are bangers. I really want to listen to all of them again. Of course, the first one, Masturbating in a Coffin. How could I not like that one? That was the first one that I ever listened to. And then Unidentified Emotion, the melody of the weird guitar thing. I'm pretty sure it's a guitar with various effects on it. It's super catchy. I can't get that thing out of my skull. Ego's a banger. Planet Paparazzi, that's the one with I believe I'm recording video. Look at this. This is the thing. Let me just skip ahead. Look, they got all the polygons, or rather not very many. Hang on, wait, that shot? Shit, we gotta get to a longer shot of that. This is very cool. Is me seeking through the video on my YouTube video maybe not a good idea? Maybe I'll just link to their channel, okay? Go listen to this freaking album, go watch this music video. But this is very cool imagery right here. There's, you got the wires in her, looking at a phone. This is very cool. I'm gonna listen to this album again right after I finish recording, because I have to edit this. And usually the way I edit the podcast is I crank some music up pretty loud, probably too loud, and then I mostly just edit to the audio waveform. So if I don't do that, then it's gonna take me too long to edit a 18-minute video. Probably 20 minutes by now, which, oh my god, which means I need to draw a little something. I was gonna say I'm gonna draw a perfect cube. The most perfect cube you've ever seen in your entire life. Because it like represents stuff, dude. Metaphors and whatnot. So I don't have to be drawing a funny little thing or something. Like it doesn't have to be this significant thing every single time, as long as I'm just putting pen to paper, so to speak, I guess, because this is not a pen. Some people call stuff a pen just randomly, though. Like, a lot of people call markers pens. I believe I watched I was gonna say a Joe interview, but it was Phineas, in fact. He was talking about his score from a movie or a show, I think. Disclaimer. And the interviewers gave him a marker. It was a Sharpie to sign an album, and they were gonna do a giveaway or something. And he was like, this is a good pen. I guess that's okay. A lot of people call markers pens, so it doesn't matter that much. So I figured I'd draw a perfect little cube just because it's a little thing that I can draw. You know, I can draw it in this teeny tiny little time span that I have. So I will be doing that. Gotta stop taking myself so freaking seriously, bro. Just film a crappy little podcast on Saturday. Maybe I'll just start recording the next week on Saturday so that I can't mess this up. I'm always like, oh, there's never any time to record, something always comes up. Like, okay, then record it a week in advance then if you're that bad at this. Very cool stuff. There was definitely something that I'm forgetting to say that I'm gonna remember while editing or tomorrow morning or something, because that happens every single time. I'm always write some notes and then I'm like, oh, when I see that, I'm going to remember to say this other thing because I don't want to write down all the notes. You know, I don't want to script out the whole damn podcast. That would be crazy. But, what was I even going to say, dude? I don't want to script out the whole podcast. Let me just think. Make it easier for editing me. Like, what am I doing? Sitting here going like, what was I going to say? What? Yeah, I actually have no clue what I was going to say. I just walked around for like a minute. I don't think it was a minute, but it's been 25 minutes. This has been far too long. Figured I'd draw a perfect little cube. Gonna be the most perfect cube you've ever seen in your entire life. Just for funsies, you know? So that's what this podcast is for. It's just for funsies. Just so I can, in fact, get something out there every week. And low-key, I didn't think this was working at first. But then, guess who has 4 subscribers? Me has this channel. How many of those are other accounts of mine? Half of them. You couldn't see that. Half of them. There's 2. But it proves that it's possible. Okay? I'm gonna just keep uploading every single week. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I will eventually become a massive channel, you know? And then when I'm like, hey, go watch my gaming videos, people might do it. You know? leave a comment, I suppose.